Hello, everybody. Let me get this straightened here and welcome to this evening. Let's talk autism with Autism and Us. And let me put the link in for Mr. Charles. For those of you who are new here, what this is all about is us learning, sharing, and supporting one another, no matter if you're a parent, a caregiver, or someone who is on the spectrum. The idea is for us to all come together in our online social networking community and talk. We can talk about autism, share the good, the bad, the ugly, and all that good stuff. And we even break the monotony every now and then, have a laugh or two. But it's all about us, again, learning, sharing, and supporting one another. So, for those of you who don't know me, I am one of the admins of this wonderful establishment that we call Autism and Us. And I'm going to let Mr. Charles introduce himself, and then I'll have a few announcements. Hi, Mr. Charles.
Hi, Nita. How are you doing?
Pretty good.
Yeah, I'm Charlie Geese. I'm a retired mainframe computer software engineer with level 1 autism, and I've been sharing my experiences here. Whatever I can encouragement I can give to the parents in this group, I'm glad to give. And so anyway, that's where I'm here.
All right. Awesome. So, a couple of announcements. The first one is, as you guys know, we have an upcoming event, Sweatpants and Mimosas, right here in the Metro Detroit area. So, for those of you who want to attend this event, it's by donation only. You go to Eventbrite. I will post the link in the chat, pin it. So for those of you who want to attend, come on. Your ticket through Eventbrite will secure your seat. There is limited seating. So you guys, if you're in Metro Detroit area, you have to have the Eventbrite ticket because we will not be accepting anyone at the door. And again, the seating is limited. So once they're gone, they are gone, and that's it. But come on out and enjoy a nice, fun day of connecting and relaxation. And it's all about self care and our mental health. A day away. That's what I like to call it, a day away. Sweatpants and Mimosas. I will put the link in there. If you would like to contribute to this event, you can do so by monetary donations. If you can't donate monetarily, that is absolutely okay. We are accepting products for self-care. If you have a storefront or organization and you like to donate products, we are accepting. Just contact me at info@autismandus.org and let me know you'd like to contribute. We do have one donor who donated a box full of products, and I'd like to thank her right now. And that is Miss YB Shop herself, Yana B. So she donated some nice products that will go good with our event, and we are going to have a raffle. So we're going to include some of those in the raffle basket, and also the other items will be given as gifts so you can take home. Other ways you can help us out is sharing our fundraiser for this event, spreading the word for this event. Um, Tell someone, tell a neighbor, all that good stuff. The other event is we are walking for autism with Autism Alliance of Michigan. So join our team. The information is on our website, autismandus.org. It is pinned to the comments. So if you want to join the team and walk for a good cause, Autism Alliance of Michigan is doing some awesome things for us in this community. So join the walk. You could kill two birds with one stone. We're walking at the zoo so you can visit some animals and walk for a good cause at the same time. So that's it for my announcements for now. Let's see who's here. Hey, Sonia. Oh, and
Hi,
as you
Sonia.
please thumbs up. Please thumbs up. And share some love. I see somebody gave us one of those mean emojis.
They may have done it by mistake. They reached for one thing and hit the wrong thing. Let's hope they did it by mistake.
Let's hope they did it by mistake. Yes. Hey, Junior Meech. Hello.
Hi, Junior. Hi,
Teresa,
Teresa.
Cynthia, how are you?
Hi,
Hey,
Cynthia. Hi, Lauren.
Lori. Hi, David. How are you?
Hi, David. Hi, Janice.
Denise. We don't have a face for Denise. Hey, oh, that's Lori again.
Yeah.
Yes, we are, Wendy. We are 501c3, and you can visit our website for that information. We are also listed on all the notable 501c3 directories, so you can check that out. Just put in the name Autism in Us, and you should find us. And I am La Bonito Dawson. I am the founder of this wonderful establishment, as well as the admin. If you have any questions about us and what we do, you can always reach out to me at info@autisminus.org, or you can visit the website and submit your requests there. But thank you for joining us, Wendy.
Yeah. How's the hamburger business doing?
Mr. Charles. Hey, Jessica, how are you?
Hi, Jessica.
Awesome. Yes, any donations you give are tax deductible. Hi, Holly, how are you?
Hi,
Thanks
Holly.
for these chats. It's my well, welcome, welcome, welcome.
I know you
Um,
come from an eerie place.
it's good, good, good. Glad to hear it. Now, I didn't have anything set. Linda's not going to be with us this evening. Um, she is attending a concert with her daughters, so she won't be here this evening, but she'll be here next week. So I didn't have a focus topic for this evening. Do you think of anything we could focus on this evening, Mr. Charles?
Um, yeah, I think it'd be better to throw that question out to the parents because
Throw
parents
it out to the parents.
know what they want to talk about. But they're the ones with the needs here in this group. So you know, yeah, I want to mention too. Next week, I'm not sure if I'll be here next week. I'll be in Maine next week visiting my daughter, but I might,
Oh,
depending on what her schedule is, what she has planned, I might come on. Who knows? Maybe Dorothy can come on with me for a minute there.
oh, that would be awesome. We can see the famous Dorothy. That would
Yeah.
be awesome. Okay. Well, understood. So, for those of you who are new, usually, well, sometimes we have a focus topic, but this evening, I don't have a focus topic we can start off with. So, the main purpose of this is just throw your questions on in the chat. Um, uh, I'm a parent just like most of you. Mr. Charles is one on the spectrum. And there are other parents in the chat. So if you have a question, there may be another parent or someone on the spectrum who can help you out in the chat. Um, or whatever you want to talk about. If you want to share some good news, some not so good news, share some successes. Uh, that would be awesome. Towards the end of our chat session this evening, if you have an organization or a business that you would like to share with the community, I'll invite you on up. You can come on up and talk about it. Tell us about it. Share your web links. So just let me know that you are in the chat. You can't promote in the chat. I'm going to invite you up. So just let me know you are in the chat and you'd like to share your business, your service, your organization, and I'll send you the link. I'll throw the link in there and have you come on up. Lori says I have mom and daughter on the spectrum. Okay. You have a
Um,
mom and daughter on the spectrum. Okay. Let's see who we have. A Cynthia. Hi, Cynthia.
Hi, Cynthia.
Hi. Sorry, I had to come the back way because I couldn't hear anything. I'm on my phone.
Oh, okay. Okay, not
Yeah.
a problem. Not a problem. So I was saying there's no set topic tonight. So we're just gonna allow everybody just to throw in their comments or questions in the chat area. So we'll see what everyone's talking about this evening. So Sonia has a birthday coming up Thursday. All right, Sonia. She's gonna be the birthday girl. What do you have planned, Sonia? Anything special? Extra special?
Oh, that's too bad. Oh, yeah.
Last Friday morning, I lost my
Uh,
sister. Oh, I'm so sorry, Teresa. I had to break the news to my sister, to
Bad
my
to hear.
son. Took it really, really hard. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so
I
sorry.
have
I
a.
know
I
you.
had a sister who died from cancer too.
I'm sorry to hear
Coming up on, let's see how many years. Coming up on 26 years
that. Okay.
since her death. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not something, we want or want to hear about, but yeah. I'm so sorry about that, Teresa. And I know your son is probably really close with his aunt. Hopefully he's okay. And Sonia says, absolutely nothing. Okay, nothing planned. All right. Denise says, great. I'm a grandmother who has a grandchild who has autism. Okay. She will be starting school tomorrow and it is exciting. She is nonverbal and would like to know what I should watch for as she is in school. Um, a little bit of everything. But uh, what type of classroom setting is she going in? Is she in a special needs type classroom setting? Is she going to be in a general population with maybe resource time? Um, and the biggest thing is always, we talked about this last week, always keep in constant contact with teachers and, you know, whoever you have that relationship with at the school. She will be okay.
Yeah. Okay. So the pre-K special needs. Yeah. Pre-K is something didn't exist when I was growing up.
Well, definitely you want to make sure um, you get, everything she needs and for class. And I would say every day through this pre-K challenge, not challenge, but through this pre-K time, ask the teacher for weekly reports, progress reports, and just maintain that relationship with the teacher so you can know how she's doing and uh, what you can do. Anyone else have any advice? Hey, Danielle, how
Hi,
are you?
Danielle.
Anyone else, feel free to chime in with a little advice for pre-K. Lori says, I saw my mom after a year. She takes forever to answer her phone call me back or to give me a call. So 1 year, and then she feels lost because I changed a lot in a year. Then she feels strange. Oh wow.
Oh, yeah.
There's Foxy Roxy. Hey. Hey everyone, hope y'all are okay. We are getting ready for back to school. They start this Thursday here in Albertville. My Jaylene starts middle school. I'm not ready. Oh wow. And y'all,
Yeah.
school has started, but you guys got out of school before us, right? That was in May, maybe, because we start
Yeah.
back the end of this month.
That's the thing, growing up, never had a school year that started anytime earlier than Labor Day, actually.
Right, right.
In Connecticut, when I was growing up, the school year started the Thursday after Labor Day. The Tuesday and Wednesday were teachers' work days, and then Thursday was the first day of school. That's how it always was when I was growing up. Then when my daughter was growing up, then sometimes school started the last week of August. That was in Virginia.
Okay. Yeah, we were up until, some years ago, we were doing the after Labor Day thing. You're welcome. Hopefully, some more parents can chime in and give you some good advice on how to prepare and for pre-K and what you should look for in that pre-K classroom. So yeah, Jaylene starts middle school. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yes, in May, our children in South Carolina got out of school, so they go back the second week of August. Okay. Yeah, because we didn't get out until the middle of June. My son, he didn't get out till the middle of June, so they go back the end of this month.
Yeah, that's how it always was when I was growing up. All the school year ended, mid to late June.
Mm-hmm. Preschool is great for stage 1. My kids were in classes of 6 kids. What do you mean for stage 1, Lori? Teresa says, yes, he was really close to his aunt. I even got his school and all of his teachers and the school counselor. They will be going to all of classes and see how he's doing. Okay, well, that's good. It's good everybody's on board and they'll make sure he's okay.
Yeah, the thing is, when there's an event coming, whether it's a positive or negative event, that because what's bad is when somebody dies suddenly. You can't prepare a child for that because you're not prepared for that. You're not
Right.
expecting that when.
Yeah, you're
usually
never
with,
prepared.
but usually with cancer, it takes some time to die from cancer. Person doesn't get diagnosed one day and drop dead the second day, and so it's good. When there's an event, you can expect whether it's positive, as in the case of the birth of a baby brother or sister, or negative, as in the case of somebody who has a terminal illness. It's good. Do what you can to prepare your child for what's coming. Let your child know that what's going to be coming. Because it'll go better, particularly with autism, where the change isn't so sudden and unexpected for the child.
Yeah. And even with sudden death, because we lost my dad earlier this year and it was unexpected. So we constantly, go over it with DeAndre when he goes over there. He now says, grandpa's up there. But yeah, constantly, if he even gives an indication that he's about to ask for his pawpaw, we always try to sit him down and say, well, pawpaw's not here anymore. But there's all kind of pictures around, and you never really can be prepared for that, or the talks you have to give, especially when they go suddenly and they're close. Yeah. Let's see. Hey, Monique, how is married life?
Hi, Monique.
Yeah, so you had a marriage this year and Justice turned 18. You've had a great year, huh? Beautiful. Hey, Brandon, how are you?
Hi, Brandon.
Level 1.
Level 1. That's what she meant.
I don't know.
Now that makes sense. Yeah,
Yeah.
that pre-K works good for kids who are level 1. That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, but also the other levels too. Because at that time you really can't for some kids decipher where they're gonna be. But DeAndre went to the pre-K program, Head Start program. So and he's definitely not level 1. But I will say he did good with, what they were what they gave him. He was in a classroom with, other kids that were having issues. Um, but it was a good experience for him. Um, Sammy, stop barking. Sammy. Holly says, my son is still in summer school. We have one more week, then a break again oh, you guys go back after Labor Day. Wow, where are you at, Holly? What is
Sounds
wrong?
good. Yeah.
What do you hear?
I know. I took 1 year. My parents enrolled me in a science enrichment summer school course,
Oh,
and
okay.
that was nice. I enjoyed that.
Mm-hmm.
That was 1 year when we didn't travel. Um, my mom miscarried that summer, and so and view of that, we had people from Michigan, relatives, come to visit us instead of us going to visit them.
Okay. Yeah, that's something good to get the kids in. They have the STEM programs going around at the university for the kids during the summer. So that's something good.
Yeah.
Oh, she had brain cancer.
That's
I'm
what my
so
sister. That's what my sister had too.
She had
Uh,
brain cancer.
yeah,
Wow.
it had metastasized from a spot in one of her lungs, and my mom always thought it was. See, Jenny was an artist, and she was in this one art project she was doing. She was working with some chemicals that had some really strong fumes, and mom always thought that that's what must have triggered it.
Oh, wow.
Jenny had smoked earlier in her life, but she wasn't a smoker at the time that this happened. So,
Wow. Yeah. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Roxy says next month I've got Raymond's guardianship, so I'll be keeping y'all informed for the steps here in Alabama. He will be 19. Okay, yes, that's going to be awesome. So we have to get this discussion going on real soon. So yes, so by the time you do that, Roxy, maybe I can get all the other ladies to get together. Linda has hers done. Pammy has hers done. Lorienda has hers done. Dinah has hers done. Yeah, maybe we can get all of you guys together and let's talk about it because I'm next. I'll be going to I think the first I guess counseling or go over session in a couple weeks to go over information about guardianship. Now, the one question I do want to ask you, Roxy, is guardianship, because we talked about the differences of guardianship and conservatorship between California and Michigan. Is guardianship different from conservatorship there? I mean, what is conservatorship versus guardianship in Alabama? If you don't mind. Monique say it's fine. Well, awesome. Awesome. Keep the love flowing. I am happy for you. Yes, the other levels. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Holly is in upstate New York and they start after Labor Day. Okay.
yeah. which is probably true everywhere in New York State.
Mhm.
I know I went to kindergarten through second grade in New York State. I was in Long Island.
Okay.
Then
Long
moved to
Island.
Connecticut after that and went to rest of the way in Connecticut. And then, of course, college at Michigan State.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Michigan State. Go green.
That's right.
At level 1, they are top of the class. The kids are pretty much the same in preschool. Yeah, they're pretty much all the same in preschool. There's no, they're pretty much learning what's going to happen, and, you know, pretty much, because they're still young. I just came in to say hello. I'm traveling with my Girl Scout. Okay, awesome. Girl Scouts. Make sure you contact me sometime this week, so we can set up a date so we can go over the list of how things are going to go about for the event. So whenever you have time, Danielle, thank you for popping in.
Good to have you with us, Danielle.
Everyone have an awesome week. Be as good to yourself as you are to your loved ones. Yes, yes. Justice went to pre-K also. It wasn't positive, but not because of Justice level. I was never told of a level. It didn't go well because of the adults around him not trained to with all his issues. Yeah, yeah. And that's another really important thing is and something to look out for. You asked Denise, that's something to look out for, because if they're not trained to deal with your child and their issues, it'll show. It'll show. So make sure you look for that, and ask questions. You know, don't ever be afraid to ask questions, especially when it comes to your child and their learning or their support needs.
And the thing too, I've seen those the best teachers, particularly in the lower grades, are teachers who love children. Teachers who love children will be willing to learn. They might not know all the parameters related to autism, but they're willing to learn and willing to respect them. Teachers who, it's just a job to them. They're they're the ones that are least likely to be cooperative and to because they don't care about the child's issues. They don't care about children.
Right. I agree. I agree. Look out for those willing to learn. So, Monique, oh, yeah, that's right. Justice is 18. So you'll have to share with us, and I hope that you'll be available to join us on the panel when we have the discussion. And a question I like to ask you is, what's the difference between conservatorship and guardianship? You're in Connecticut, right? I'm thinking Connecticut, if I remember right. So I like to know what is the difference? Because I know in California, conservatorship is the same as guardianship in Michigan, and our conservatorship is different from what they lay out. So yeah,
Yeah.
definitely we are going to have that conversation.
So, Monique, what part of Connecticut are you in? If you are in Connecticut.
Yeah, I'm thinking if my memory serves me correctly, I think she's in Connecticut.
Yeah, because
Denise,
I'm in
you're in.
Hamden, right near New Haven.
Oh, okay. So Monique, are you anywhere near New Haven in Hampton? You say
Hamden, yeah, Hamden is
Hampton.
right next to just north of New Haven.
Okay. So Denise says, can anyone give suggestions on activities to help my 4-year-old who is nonverbal? I'm trying to think of ideas that she may enjoy. Well, any type of play. Um, activity that you see her, if it's something in particular she focuses on, you know, add on to that. Um, it's their world. So just look for all of the things she's interested in. Are you talking about activities where you could take her out, or activities you can do with her at home? Um,
Sometimes you have to do trial and error too.
yeah,
Try something, see how she reacts to it. If she likes it, do that. If you find something he doesn't care for, okay, put that aside. Try something else.
yeah, yeah. Trial and error. Yep. And Lori has a question for you, Mr. Charles.
Yeah, I was pretty much. Other kids said I talked funny. You know, and but there wasn't any significant delay in my learning how to talk. It's just people said my speech sounded a little strange.
Okay. And Roxy said, yes, it is different. Difference is finances, but he won't be able to do that on his own. Okay. Wendy says, my child was diagnosed as an adult. I don't know if high functioning is easier than less functioning. Um, just feels like we cannot get any support because she was diagnosed as an adult and is high functioning. Just so unfair, in my opinion. Our child is struggling and seems to qualify for nothing. Okay, and I wasn't laughing at you. It's just the way I read it, less functioning. Yeah, all our kids, no matter what level of the spectrum you're on, all need support. And I agree with you. You know, I'm sorry that you have to go through
Wendy,
not qualifying for nothing. Yeah.
now Wendy, have you tried contacting your local chapter of the Autism Society of America? Again, I don't know what state you're in or where you are, but the local Autism Society, or if you're not in the States, there should be an Autism Society, whatever country you're in. But the local chapter will be able to help you, with what services are available locally. Um, as opposed to chasing around with government officials and getting runarounds and so on. That's uh, and that's the problem. We'd like to help you out here, but the problem is we're around the world. And I mean, Nita's from Michigan, I'm from Connecticut. We don't know what services are available in your locality.
Yeah, and the thing is, can you share with her about the support you receive? Because Mr. Charles is high functioning. Can you share with just a little bit about what type of support you received once you got your diagnosis, Mr. Charles?
Well, I haven't really needed any special support. That's the thing. For me, by the time I was diagnosed, I was going on 50,
Okay.
and I mean, I was as I had been living on my own for years. I was working and married, and then my wife Judy, she died shortly after I was diagnosed, and then I started dating Heloise, and we got married you know within a matter of months, and it's I didn't really need any special services, but I appreciate that a lot of adults with autism do need services, and sometimes the need for services is what leads to the diagnosis. And the problem is then getting the services you need. But again, it might be more effective to go to the local autism society. because there you're dealing with people who have dealt with the same issues, and they might be able to steer you to resources that you're not going to find by chasing around the government agencies.
Okay. So yeah, Wendy, that is some great advice. She's an adult, so make sure you check with the your local autism society, as Mr. Charles suggested. And Mr. Charles, would the ARC be able to help her also? Is that
They
another?
might, they might. Well, I haven't really dealt with the ARC, but from what I've heard about them, they might well be able to help. Anything, you're dealing with a local support group. Uh,
Yeah.
that's your best place to go, because they know what resources exist locally and what the hurdles are that you have to, what hoops you have to jump through locally.
Right. Lori says, I can help you in death. Lori, are you referring to Wendy? Can you help her? Are you in her area? That would be good if you guys can connect and you can offer her some suggestions. Ruby Red, hello.
Hi,
Hi,
Ruby.
I have a 4-year-old nonverbal ASD little girl. Well, hello and welcome. Hey, Yana B, how are you? You guys,
Hi.
earlier I mentioned we had a sponsor who sent us a box of goodies for our event coming up, and here she is, Yana B. She has a shop, ybshop.com. So make sure you guys pay her a visit. She will be added to our list of sponsors on our page. So look for that. And we would like to thank Yana B for this awesome box of goodies that we will be giving away at our sweatpants and mimosa event in October. Thank you again, Yana B. I appreciate you. Yeah, Wendy. So that will go to Wendy. Wendy, what state are you located in? You may have someone to help you.
Hi, Sonia.
Hey, Sonia. I have an adult, high functioning autistic daughter. Okay, well, hello and welcome. Welcome. Thank you. I certainly will stay on top of her. Yes, definitely stay on top of it. If you can request weekly, well, you can request weekly reports. Get those weekly reports. I also have a 12-year-old. Yeah. Yep, she's in Connecticut.
Yeah, you're in Connecticut. What part of Connecticut? Shelton. Okay, that's not far from where I live. That's maybe 30 kilometers from here.
What is that? In my
30
terms,
kilometers is 30,000 meters.
Mr. Charles, how many miles?
All right, it's 30 million millimeters. All right, 30 billion microns. All right, 300 trillion angstrom units.
Right, Mr. Charles. Anyway.
No, it's a little, 30 kilometers is about 20 miles.
Okay, you guys are real close. No, we have no particular topic. This is open discussion. So anything you'd like to throw in the chat, feel free. We're just talking, open discussion. Good news, bad news. If you want to share something awesome, that'll be good too. We have about 20 more minutes. So, and at the end of the session, I'll welcome anyone who wants to come up on the platform in about 7 more minutes. We'll welcome anyone who wants to come up on the platform. If you want to share something inspirational, motivational, if you want to share a business, a service, or something you do awesome, if you want to share some good news, you are welcome.
Yeah, Shelton is puzzles. Okay, that's something. Um, you know,
Oh, for
that's something
activities,
a lot of
puzzles.
us like. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Shelton is in the county where I grew up. It's actually right on the Housatonic River separates Fairfield County from New Haven County.
Ah. So Justice
That's
goes to school in Hampton.
okay.
Awesome.
Yeah, yeah. Cindy and I live just off of State Street, kind of on the east side of Hamden.
Puzzles and cartoons. Yes, either homework. Okay. Yeah, so if she loves puzzles, keep her going with those puzzles. Yep. Um, certain
Yeah,
cartoons she likes. Maybe get her the characters. She can do some play with the characters. You know.
yeah. As they grow up, they can learn games. Uh, Yesterday, Cindy and I went over to a friend's house and we were playing bid whist and this guy I partnered with, he and I, we ran a Boston. In fact, actually, I ran that Boston single handed.
No games.
We
uh,
turned up the kitty and all kinds of goodies in it. And yeah,
so Ruby says, I have a problem in feeding my little one. When you say you have a problem, is it, uh, if your little one has some sort of sensory issues to food, they just like eating a particular food? Have you tried OT therapy? Have you tried ABA therapy? Have you tried, just feeding therapy through OT therapy? Those things can, help. Um, what is your biggest issue? And if anyone else have any suggestions on helping ways to help her feed her little one, please chime in. No idea why this isn't posting. What is
well,
that,
it's posted
Wendy?
now. It posted now.
It's okay. It's whatever you would like. Oh, okay. Do you have any questions or anything? Okay. Yeah. What's this about guardianship? We're gonna do a special topic or a special live on guardianship coming up real soon. I'm trying to get all the girls together. And some guys, if the guys want to join on the platform and talk about guardianship, we were supposed to do this months ago. We were supposed to do this weeks ago, but it just never came through. But I think now is the time. Everybody should be ready. So I will post once I get everyone together, when we'll do this special online chat about guardianship versus power of attorney versus what's the other one? Conservatorship.
Conservatorship, yeah. And it's all depends on how the state defines
Yeah.
it, because states define things differently. I won't forget, I worked for an insurance company at one point, and people have had life insurance policies for a certain length of time. We would send them out a certificate of guaranteed insurability, but we had to produce a separate print tape for just the state of Pennsylvania, because the Pennsylvania Insurance Commission didn't like that word certificate. And so we had to print them in a different form that said notification of guaranteed insurability, just for Pennsylvania. So that's how states can be. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Last Friday, I got to talk to a close childhood friend of mine and my sister, and she told me that she has a 9-year-old son who has severe autism, and she has been fighting with the school to get her all. I'm so sorry. I hate to hear any parent that has to fight to get services that our children need, because I just feel like all services should be available to kids across the board. There should not be an instance where we have to just fight for services. But one of the problems is um, we need more therapists around in our areas, more of those specialty therapists, because I see a lot of the problem like here. My son was in OT for a while, and he went through two OT within a year. He went through two OT therapists. Then now we are on a waiting list for OT because that therapist, she left, but she went on to bigger and better things. So now there's this spot that needs to be filled, and you know, we're waiting on it. So, definitely a need for qualified therapists all around the globe. So, but I hate to definitely hear that because this should be no problem.
Sometimes with the schools, the problem is at the top. The
Yeah.
school board, the school superintendent. Sometimes that's where the problem is. You have, on the other hand, you have a case with school board chairman has some relatives who have autistic children, and you'll get a very cooperative school district. Another one where, they, school board members, they don't have anybody connected to them that's on the spectrum. They don't know anything about autism. Could care less about it. That carries all the way down to the teacher level.
Mhm. So many issues. um, it's the same kind of, except guardianship lets me make decisions. Yeah, yeah. See, everybody is different in the states. Well, whereas power of attorney, I guess that's about the same, means the same thing all around across the board.
Yeah, power of attorney is kind of a national, if not global term, and that has the same connotation. And of course, the laws governing it vary, but still, the definition of it is pretty much constant.
We tried SSID and they turned her down because she has a college degree and took. Uh, you mean you mean Social Security, not um, yeah, Social Security, because SSDI is something different. So make sure you are applying for the right one. Social Security disability is for those who work. Now, don't quote me on this, but make sure you are applying for the right one, just Social Security. If she's an adult, and they shouldn't deny her because of a college degree. If she has all her paperwork to back her up, um, unless they feel that she's able to work without issue. So if she can't prove that she's not able to work, yeah, then Social Security will probably deny you. But double check and make sure you applied for the right thing. We were on here the other day with Lorienda, who helped us out with distinguishing the two. So just make sure she applied for the right one. And then make sure that she has all her doctor paperwork in order to do so. And Ruby says she's in the Bronx. All right.
Okay, yeah, I make regular trips to the Bronx. So, yeah, actually, I'm not going to be going there this month, but next month, though, I will.
Okay. Um, Foxy says, just want to say now that school is getting ready to start, please don't be shy or scared to speak up about your child and what you feel your child needs in school, because you know what your child needs, and only you can make sure you speak up and fight for what that need. No matter how ridiculous you think it might be, any little thing can make or break your child's school day, and that is so true. It can make a big difference. So yeah, don't be afraid to speak up because that is your child. Continue to be your child's voice. Don't sit back and just watch things that you don't agree with. If you don't agree with it, talk to somebody. So thank you for that reminder, Roxy. Yana B says, hello, I started working with my boys soon after they were diagnosed, and I'm proud of them in certain areas that we have been working hard in. Homeschool was the best decision for them. All right. So we have a homeschooler. We don't have Victoria around today.
You know, and I'll say this too about homeschooling. It wasn't an option when I was growing up, but my parents never believed in leaving the whole job of education to the schools. And so, you know, even by the time I started first grade, I already could read and write at a basic level, and you know could do addition, subtraction, multiplication, and long division. Uh, and I had
Yeah,
a lot of
because
skill, beyond what most kids my age had.
education should always, regardless of what, start at home. Yeah, I can agree with mom there. Yeah. So even if you were going to a public school, you should or a private school even, always, you know, work with your kids at home, especially on things that need to be worked on.
And I think about even with my daughter, is reflected in the fact that when she was in seventh grade, they tested her reading level, and that showed that she was reading at a college level already.
Oh, wow. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
Psychological help is needed for the teens when they suddenly feel as if they are different and it gets difficult. Okay.
Yeah, and that helped me, even though at the time there was no diagnosis, not enough was known about autism to make a diagnosis. But weekly visits my senior year of high school to two psychologists. You know, my mom would talk with one doctor while I talked with the other, but they would share information with each other, and this helped me to prepare for college life.
So, and yeah, DeAndre sees a psychologist and psychiatrist for his medication for different reasons, but um, the psychologist is just there with him on his level, like level 3. It's just more for observation and to talk to me to see how he's doing. And then we see the psychiatrist once a month to make note of any differences in his behaviors and if we need to adjust the medications. Yeah. So once he became a teen, we got kicked out of neurology.
Yeah. But
And
it was a neurologist who diagnosed me. So
yeah, it was a
yeah.
neurologist that diagnosed DeAndre also. Yeah. Hi, Ashley.
Hi,
How are
Ashley.
you? There's Michelle.
Hi,
Hey,
Michelle.
Michelle. I would try that for sure. It just kills me of her life. I have tried to reach out, and every doctor I went to said, oh, wow. It's being a
Uh,
helicopter.
that reminds me of when I was growing up. Three different mental health professionals. This is before we got to those two psychologists. They were truly helpful. But in my earlier years, three different mental health professionals found three different ways to blame my mom for my difficulties.
And it's not your fault. So don't ever, and I can't believe in the year 2023 that these doctors would even say that to, a parent. But I would hope none of you moms feel that it's your fault. You know, our kids or our adult kids are who they are, and it's no fault. of us. It's not our fault.
Yeah, and there too, the local autism society may be able to help you find the right doctor.
Yeah,
You go to the
there you go.
wrong doctor, you're going to get the wrong answers.
Mm-hmm. So make sure, Wendy, you look up the Autism Society in your area, and you never know, you can try to ARC or any other big organization in your area. They may be able to, lead you in the right direction. Because I'm right by my, but I was, jokes on them because I was right, but at my daughter's expense.
Yeah, that's the thing. She's the real victim of the whole thing when they blame you for what turns out to be autism.
Oh, lots of love back. Thank you. Thank you. And Wendy's in Nevada.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, we are at
Sarah?
the end. It's just about 8 o'clock, guys. Time goes by so fast. I am going to put the link in real quick. So if anyone wants to come up and share anything, good news, not so good news, share some inspiration, motivation for other parents, feel free to come on up. Feel free. I just put the link in the chat, and then we are going to end for the night. Makila, hello.
Mikila?
I'm autism mama of a young boy with level 3 autism and epilepsy. I'm in Idaho. Hello and welcome.
Yeah, it's something I've learned about
Yes.
autism, that a disproportionate number of people in the autism spectrum have epilepsy. I'm glad I don't, but I've learned that it's
Common.
fairly common for the two to go hand in hand.
Yeah, that and ADHD is common and epilepsy is common, and wow. Hi Heidi. Hey guys, been a minute. Trying so hard to get Joshua into ABA therapy. Also in the waiting list to get him into Fairhaven. Okay. Now what is Fairhaven, Heidi?
Yeah, because I know, to me, Fairhaven is a section of New Haven. The eastern end of New Haven is called Fairhaven. So,
Kara says, I'm new to you, just saw the video was going. So my question is, do people who have autism have kids?
well,
Yes.
I have a daughter.
There's Mr. Charles. Mr. Charles is on the spectrum and he has a daughter. So
Yeah.
yes, you can be on the spectrum and have children. Definitely.
In fact, my daughter is the one who led me to my diagnosis, because after she watched the movie Rain Man, she began urging me to watch that movie, and that's what in turn led me to recognize myself in Raymond.
Okay, and Ruby says, I need help with feeding my little one. All she eats is a certain brand of hot dog, Cheerios. Sounds so familiar. And she only drinks water. I've tried time again to feed her other things, but nothing seems to work. She won't drink Pediasure, and I'm afraid her weight is not going to be pleased. So, yeah, I would definitely try therapy. OT therapy can help with feeding. But my DeAndre, sometimes it takes a little patience. Sometimes it takes a little patience. My DeAndre, he only ate one thing for years. I had to keep a cabinet full of ravioli. But eventually, as he got older, I don't know whether it was because he's a boy, a growing boy, but his appetite eventually changed from just ravioli to like chicken nuggets and fries only, to tacos. Now he eats just about anything. So
Yeah.
sometimes it takes a little patience, but definitely look into therapy. Hello,
Hi,
Lola.
Miranda.
Hi, guys.
How are you?
Hi,
Fine.
Lorianda.
I've been commenting
Yeah.
on the comments, but I guess you didn't see them.
You know what? You're probably in the group. You know, when you're in the group and we're on the live, you have to make sure you click on the video.
I did. I was on YouTube. I've been commenting, and then I went to the group. I went to Facebook and did it.
Yeah, I don't know. YouTube mustn't. Oh, here you go. It's down here. We haven't gotten to it yet. That's why.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I
That's
see.
fine.
I see it. Yeah,
That's
you're
it.
at the bottom here. We're still slow motion. But how
Oh.
are you today? Can you explain why you're here? The Social Security and Social Security disability?
Yeah, hold on. Let me adjust my lighting here. Let me adjust my lighting.
Lighting is fine.
Yeah, but it was bright. I can't see y'all. Can y'all see me now? Wait a
Yeah.
minute. Can you see me clear?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, SSI is for people that are disabled, seniors that did not work or don't have any quarters, and it's Medicaid. SSI, Supplemental Security Income. SSI in each state is Medicaid, and you get $1 of SSI, you will have Medicaid.
Okay.
And that's like consider like you would have to apply with, the welfare office or whatever. Does that make sense? Or you can do it through Social Security. But those people, they're disabled, or the seniors over 65 and older that never worked or don't have enough working quarters. And then Social Security disability is usually for any of us that are working that became disabled, or if like my Brandon, if I he's an adult child now, so if I became disabled, he would get those Social Security disability as well, and that is not SSI. That is strictly Social Security. And then after 2 years that you're disabled, you will receive Medicare. So you have to make sure that you know. But the best place is to go to your local Social Security office, and they will explain both, or they will also determine eligibility for both, if one or the other, for your child or yourself or whatever. I hope that made sense.
So more for our children when they're adults, if they have no work experience, they just want to apply for Social Security income.
They know if they don't have, if they become, okay, so our children that, okay, so I'm just going to use my scenario.
Okay.
Brandon's been on SSI since he was a baby, 18 months old. Okay, because obviously he was disabled. He was determined disabled, although he wasn't determined autistic until 6, technically. But the neurologist, psychologist, all the doctors saw, in his development that there was something wrong.
Okay.
So he was eligible for SSI when he turned 18 years old.
Okay.
Okay, wait a minute. Let me back up. So he was on SSI. During that time, he was on SSI all the way up until before 18. Mine was deemed. So if I worked overtime, I got a second job, I won the lottery, he was subject to be terminated from SSI.
Okay.
Okay. Then when he turned 18, he became SSI on his own. Now, because he's an adult, he's disabled. His SSI is solely him. So now it doesn't matter if I win the lottery, if I inherit $55 million or whatever, I still can keep my money, and he will not lose his SSI benefits because his SSI is under him and him only.
Okay. But that
All
SSI,
right?
that SSI is not the same as SSI disability for people who.
No, it's called SSDI.
Okay.
So there's
SSDI.
SSI, which I just explained. That's Medicaid. Just say SSI Medicaid. Think of it Medicaid. It has income and asset limits.
I gotta write
Social
this down.
Security, Social Security, SSDI, Social Security Disability is where they look at your work quarters. You can do ticket to work. If I like say if, for example, I became disabled, then I would get a Social Security disability check because I worked quarters, and then they determine your quarters, working quarters, how many quarters, how much income, Social Security disability I would get. And on top of that, Brandon, I could apply for Social Security disability for my Brandon, which will be more than the SSI. But I'm gonna tell you something about that.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you something about that. I had a friend that did that. Her son was 18. He was getting his SSI on his own, and she was getting her Social Security disability. Well, she decided to put him on the, have him go on to take him off SSI and put him on Social Security disability because he got $200 more a month in Social Security. So then guess what? He lost his Medicaid benefits. Because remember, SSI is a Medicaid benefit, not Social Security disability, not SSDI. That is not a Social Security, that is not a Medicaid benefit.
No, you shouldn't.
You can get Medicaid, but you would have to apply for that separate under Social Security disability, but you have to be under the amount. And I think it's like 800. You only can make like 800 and something dollars a month for Social Security to get Medicaid.
Okay.
And then with SSDI, anybody that gets SSDI, our kiddos, our us, anybody that gets Social Security, they got to wait 2 years, or the ages if they're close to 65. Well, no, I'll take that back because I'm going faster. I'm going faster. Social Security disability, you have to wait 2 years before you can get Medicare. Period.
Okay, so here's the question. Again, once again, so we can understand this. Once our kids turn 18, we just want to apply. They want them to apply for just SSI, not SSDI.
Correct.
Okay.
But now, listen. Listen. Because I saw a question in our group.
Okay.
And the lady was asking if she got married and all that. Yes, it's going to affect his SSI. But if he's under the age of 18, if he's 18, then he can have his SSI separately for him because he's an adult now. That would be considered him. So if he got married, it would change it, but not if you got married. Does that make sense? It's the age.
Yeah.
So if he's if her kid is under the age of 18 and she want to get married, yes, it's going to affect his SSI. But let me put me an example. If I got remarried right now, because I'm not married, Brandon got his SSI benefits. If I got remarried, it will not affect Brandon's SSI.
Okay.
Because, do you know why?
Because he's an adult.
There you go, Nita. There you go.
Now, if he wasn't
if I had got remarried when Brandon was 16 years old, would that have affected his SSI?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you, Charles. I guess I'm teaching you good then.
Okay. Well, thank you, Lorienda.
Yes, you're welcome. So I hope that made sense.
We're going to need you back on here soon for that.
I'm so sorry I was late. Last week I was on vacation and it was my birthday last week. So I celebrated my 53rd birthday and I took like a little break and vacation. I didn't want to be on no computers or nothing.
You need to do that sometimes.
Yeah. And then this week, and then today I was coming on, but Brandon's not feeling too well today. So I was tending to him.
Well, it not only makes sense, but for people who get their benefits as a result, it makes dollars.
Exactly. You're funny.
Mr. Charles. Okay.
You're so funny.
We're going to need you Lorienda, because we're gonna try to get this guardianship thing together real soon. Real soon.
Well, I mean, I guess I can share it with you guys. Right now, just pray for me. Also, I've been busy because I took the Florida State exam for
Okay.
guardianship. So I may become a professional guardian. So that's what I've been working on. So when I haven't been in the group and stuff, I've been studying and taking classes and working crazy and everything else. So yeah, I took the test the last week on the 27th of July. I'm
Mhm.
waiting on if the results. If I feel like I passed it. It was hard, but I feel like
You
I
did it.
passed it.
You did it.
Oh,
You sure.
good.
So I hopefully by next week I'll find out if I'm going to be able to serve the state of Florida as a professional guardian.
All
All
right.
right, that'll be
All
great.
right. That's
So
awesome.
so I really be able to come on
Yeah.
and explain,
Oh yeah, definitely.
of course, of for the state of Florida, but it is still the same in other states, just different wordings and stuff like that.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Okay.
everybody, we're gonna take this time. It's time to go.
Okay.
Michelle says, just a reminder, you are doing a great job for your loved one. You are strong enough. You are loved. You are amazing. Keep up the good work. Remember, the best things are worth working hard for. Continue to be the rock for your loved ones. Remember to take care of your own needs so you can continue the hard work. It is a worthy cause and needs all the mama and papa bears to get our kiddos' needs. Yes. Yes. Thank you for that, Michelle.
Yes, Michelle. Michelle always shares those good messages, and I like to segue on that too as well. You have to take care of yourself. If you don't take care of yourself, and I am guilty of that sometimes, if you don't take care of yourself, then how can you really let's just be honest with ourselves. How can we take care of our kiddos? You
Right.
understand?
Right.
So
Yeah.
I mean, just put that in your mind. It's not to make you feel bad or anything, but we just have to do better on with ourselves, so then we can be able to take care of our kiddos. When you fly the plane, remember they always say, put the when the gat the mask on first before you put it on anybody else or your kids or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
So you'll be able to help them, because then if you don't and you put on your kid first or passenger or neighbor, everybody gonna pass out. Everybody
Right.
gonna. So it's just kind of that analogy. So just we have to take care. We have to all do better and take care of ourselves. We just do. And I did hear what Charles said earlier today. Charles said that I was the same way. I was raised the same way. My parents didn't rely on or depend on teachers taking care of us. They relied on the teachers solely to educate us, and that's how I was with Brandon. I didn't expect them to be babysitters or take care of my kid. I do those things. I'm his mother. I do those things, but I do expect him to teach him and go with his IEP and do what he has a right to have of education. So yes, that I do. And then, like Foxy Roxy said, because I was listening, y'all didn't see me typing, but I was listening. Like she said, we have to advocate and we have to speak up. You can't be scared. You can't be scared to ask. You got to speak up, because if you don't, then who will?
Yeah.
So that's all I got to say. That's my spiel.
All right. That's something we'll talk about next time. We'll make that a focus topic, Alex. Okay. Thank you. We are on our way out. So, Mr. Charles, any last words?
Yeah, well, encourage everybody to have a good week. I may or may not be with the group next Sunday, depending on what the schedule is at my daughter's place. But tomorrow, by the way, I'm somebody from Autism Speaks is going to be interviewing me on Zoom.
Awesome.
So that'll be
Mr. Charles.
yeah.
Yes. Are you going to be live so we could come support, or is it a video?
It's just a video thing where they interview me via video.
Okay, well, you have to send that to us, and I want to share. We have to
Okay, I'll see what I can do about sharing it with the group. But
okay,
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, we would love to see that, Mr. Charles.
I'll see what I can do about sharing it with the group. If I'll have to ask her if there's a way I can go about sharing it with this group.
Okay, everybody. Once again, as always, I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you, Lorienda. I appreciate you. Thank you.
I appreciate all of you guys. I love all you guys, so I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a great week. Okay.
Yeah. You too, Lorienda, and everybody else.
All right. See you guys later. Until next time.
Yes. Till next time. Bye-bye.